Hi, it's Matthew McAllister here. Today on Gallery of Guitar, I'm going to give you a short introduction to the Austro-Hungarian guitarist and composer Johann Kaspar Mertz. There'll be a playlist link in the description and at the end of this video, so you can go and listen to lots of Mertz's beautiful music for guitar and find out much more about this influential 19th century guitarist and composer. Mertz was born in 1806 in Pressburg, which is now Bratislava, the capital of Slovakia. But in Mertz's time, this was the capital of the Kingdom of Hungary and part of the Austrian Empire. Mertz showed his aptitude and talent for music from a very early age, but his family had some pretty dire financial circumstances, and this did hinder Mertz's development and growth as a musician. In fact, as young as 12, he was already teaching some music lessons just to help contribute to the family income. This shaky start to his musical development, coupled with some pretty serious health conditions that he had to endure during his career, were big challenges for Mertz, but he still has managed to establish himself as one of the most virtuoso guitarists of his generation, and also arguably the most lyrical guitarist-composer of the 19th century. Now, Mertz didn't actually go by his full name in concert programs and publications during his lifetime. It wasn't until 1901, after his death, that a German guitar journal referred to him as Johann Kaspar Mertz. Until that time, he had just gone by the pretty cool initials J.K. Mertz. Mertz's music differs from that of his contemporaries. It doesn't follow the classical style of Mozart and Haydn, which was something that Fernando Sor and Aguado and many contemporaries, and just slightly earlier than Mertz composers, all tried to exemplify in that 19th century style. Mertz thought a little bit differently about his writing and his composition, and he followed a more pianistic romantic model, that of Chopin, Liszt, Schubert and Schumann. And it's this style that comes through in some of Mertz's most important works. One of his largest works is the Bardenklinge, which is a collection of short miniatures, very character-based pieces, very romantic, and all after that style of Schumann. He also wrote some great fantasies for guitar, the most popular of which is probably his Hungarian fantasy, and these really showcased the technical limits and possibilities of the instrument during this time, and were clearly inspired by the piano music of Liszt. By 1840, Mertz had settled in Vienna, and already he had toured extensively in Poland and Russia and Moravia, and he had really established that reputation as the greatest living guitarist and composer at that moment. And he is really hailed as reviving the instrument. At that point in time, the interest had started to wane a little bit in classical guitar, certainly in the classical 19th century circles in Europe, and Mertz just brought it back to the fore. So, check out the playlist, have a listen to some of the music, and just experience for yourself some of the beautiful music of J.K. Mertz. Bye for now.